You see the penalty to Domi? Like, this is the playoffs, and you call that? You see Max Domi bump Marchand as he's entering the zone, but that didn't even look worthy of a penalty, even if it was back then. And if it was, I'm pretty sure that the game analyst would have mentioned it. But they couldn't even figure it out. They said something along the lines of, I guess that's what they're calling a cross-check, because Domi skated up to Marchand. That was ridiculous. And then you get that Bennett elbow to the head of the goaltender, and no penalty. It was really hard to see, but it was, I thought, either the stick or the forearm. I'll see if I can find a replay. See his whole mask shift over. No, you're not meant to get hit on the side of the helmet. You're usually facing the puck. And that's definitely not accidental. Does that look even possible that it's accidental to you? So that should be a suspension. He did something very similar to Matthew Knies 2 years ago, knocked Matthew Knies out of the series with a concussion. Last year, he did it to Marchand, and Marchand was knocked out of the series with a concussion. And now he does it to Stolarz. How many times are you going to let the guy get away with it and not suspend him? Because by letting him get away with it all these times, it encourages him to keep doing it. Suspend him. Make it severe so that next time he thinks twice. Because right now it's basically his go-to move. He does it repeatedly every game against different players. And sometimes he's very successful and knocks a guy out of the series. But George Peros is an idiot. Morgan Rielly cross-checks Riley Gregg in the shoulder, rides up, hits Gregg in the head. He gets a 5-game suspension. Exact same thing happens in a playoff game to Tavares. Gets cross-checked in the shoulder, rides up into his head. And that was a much harder one than what Morgan Rielly did, but there's not even a penalty on that. They don't even review it for supplemental discipline. But Rielly got 5 games. Makes no sense. So I'm going to be waiting all day to hear whether or not it's even going to get looked at. I'll bet you it doesn't even get looked at. If there's a big enough deal made about it, they'll say something like, no, we're not going to review it, or we reviewed it and it doesn't look that bad, or they'll say something, but it won't be taken seriously. If there is any kind of supplemental discipline, I'll bet you it's a fine, $5,000 fine. Yeah, he looked bad. The 2 goals at the beginning of the third period were both stoppable, and not only were they both stoppable, I think he should have had them. He came into the game unprepared, and he hasn't played in 18 games. Would have been the same case if he started the game, but he also would have been prepared to start the game. I don't think he's as good as Stolarz. Near the end of the season, a lot of fans like Wall better than Stolarz, but Stolarz is pretty steady. You get pretty steady goaltending from the start of the game to the end of the game. Occasionally you get a soft goal, gets past him. We've seen a couple in the Ottawa series, but that's par for the course of goaltenders. But Wall seems to be like every game there's a soft goal. So it's almost like you're starting every game down 1-0 because you know he's going to let in that one soft goal. But he'll make like 8-10 bell saves, like really good saves to prevent goals that probably should have gone in. So he is good, but he's going to let in a soft goal here and there. I'm sure he'll be playing tomorrow night